Welcome to part one of two vlogs from our visit to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. The very first thing we did after entering the park was stopping at Tunnel Rock and climbing up top for a little photo op. We then had to stop at Hospital Rock, of course, to see the pictographs and explored around a little to find more taros. From there, we drove through the giant forest, but we got here in the afternoon, so we didn't even bother trying to find parking, and we headed straight for the Grant Grove, which is technically in Kings Canyon National Park. This was my first time up close with sequoias, and I can't believe how small you feel next to these trees. It's amazing. We checked out the General Grant tree, which is the third largest tree in the world, and then headed to the Big Stump Trail. This is where you can find, you guessed it, giant sequoia stumps, with the main attraction being the Mark Twain tree stump. From here, we headed to our dispersed camping site where we slept in the car and woke up bright and early the next morning to make sure we got a parking spot near the General Sherman tree. We got ready for our hike and made our way to see the largest tree in the world. Because we got here early, we basically had the tree to ourselves, and it was amazing. I feel like we were really able to soak it in. We then hiked a few miles in the giant forest before hopping on the shuttle and heading over to hike Beetle and Sunset Rocks. Sunset Rock was a beautiful hike, and despite being so close to the museum, we only saw two other people on this hike. On the way back, we looped in the Big Trees Trail and then made a pit stop at the museum. We shuttled back to our car and headed to a picnic area where we could cook pesto for dinner. We ate our meal and then headed back into the park to drive through Tunnel Log, which you'd be surprised by the line there was for this at 6:30 p.m. Finally, we finished our day with a hike to the top of Morrow Rock to watch the sunset, which I am so glad we did this. This was probably one of my favorite parts of the day because of just how gorgeous these views are. But this video is long enough. Follow for part two if you want to see what we get up to in the Mineral King area.